You're pretty when I'm drunk.
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 And I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Welcome to another day of fucking happiness. Yeah, not so much. Okay, what are we looking at? Thanks for asking. That was a great question, Smile Money. We're going to be looking at Gingerbread Christmas from Elk Valley. This was one from Steve. I picked this as that I guessed it was going to be my number 2 favorite. And this one weighs in at 13.1%. A blend of our barrel-aged it's got barley wine and gingerbread cookies. Okay. You know, some of these, I should probably read them before I really take a guess. My number 1 is also a wine-based one, but it still sounds good because it's got a shit ton of alcohol in it. Here, just in case there's a little bit of that naughtiness on the bottom. 13.1. Okay, we don't need to try the flashlight test. Okay, it maybe a little gingerbread. I'm not really has like a sweet, yeah, a little bit of a sweetness to it. We're out of time. Cheers. Definitely getting the gingerbread part of it. Not like bam, you just got butt raped by a gingerbread man or anything like that, but you know, it's right up there. 13. Maybe if I slammed it, which at this point in time I don't feel like doing that. It's definitely hiding that 13%. Okay, let's jump on a few comments. First was Joey Cuz, and I want to say thanks in the deplorables. I can't remember if this was Brad or Jeff, but this was top notch. And the last one, which I thought was, he saw a whole. I mean, the last one I fully expected to get the thumbnail pulled. So I gave up trying to guess on the homo pickle douche nozzles at YouTube and their corruption built into the system. Again, it's their company; they can do what they want. And then when that point comes, they can just kiss my ass. Not on the left side, not on the right side, but right in the middle. Joey was first. Nihap says to get a life. Poco says great. Now everyone is going to get a rash. Malta Gunman says first to be banned. Cobra says Joey, you're a scumbag, always taking advantage of the little people. Oh, and Cobra missed out on the Sunny Slopes Club last time around, but honorable mention. Good job. Smile Money says third. Okay, second. Ben N says second. Okay, really being third, Ben, but still on the podium. Joey says, boom, Smile Money. Now, Cobra, I am just reading comments, okay? Smile Money then says, $5 care for the real Cobra burnout, Joey. Laugh out loud. J-Dog, fuck not first. J-Dog, PSA said I was first. Oh, PS4 said I was first. Well, it lied. Big time. Smile Money. Yeah, Master Brewer got it all wrong, and Fancy Pants Beer is the way multi-gender people know, like them, can identify anything beer. Wade, top 10 fuckers. Fu Master Chu with the 3-comment option. Fu Master Chu says, I made it early on this one. Cheers, brother. And I can say, no problem, rock on, or hope you enjoyed it. I'm just going with rock on. I mean, I could care less if you enjoyed it. This is what I do. I mean, I try to offend as many people as possible. Smile Money, what? You have space? Do you How much space do you need for head? Need a gauge, really? Well, my thoughts is if it fits, it's properly spaced. And if it doesn't, then just push harder. My buddy Jorn says, cheers. Cheers, Jorn. Harmarsh. I'm here, top 10. Intro Babe and Brew Babes are all gorgeous. The Brew Babes are wearing too much clothing. If memory serves, that was the race team girls. I mean, yeah. I mean, it left. See, sometimes leaving room for imagination is better than seeing everything. Sometimes. Harmarsh, this video needs more cowbell and midget porn. Gee, what brings you down?
Fuck. Cheers.
Hey, I'll join you. So, me and Matt were at the store yesterday, picking up hookers, and we decided to go halvesies on this. And cast strength straight rye whiskey from Knob Creek. I know it was a little something that Mr. Holster, if he hasn't had this one, I know he'd get behind it. It was barreled in 2010, and it's 63.5%, making it 127 proof. So the three of us, the reason that we didn't do a brew review yesterday is because
It was too nice to sit inside.
it was honestly, it was this time of the year, it was just too beautiful to hang out in the basement. Even though it is with you guys, so don't take it personally. But yeah, we did okay yesterday. And thank you, NIHAP. This is what I had to run up to Speedy to pick up.
This is my phone. Okay, I'm going back upstairs because I'm going to go sit outside.
I'm gonna wrap this up as soon as possible so that I can
eat and then get the rest of the stuff taken care of.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
You like that too, I believe.
Yeah, but that's not my bottle. That's my bottle.
$35 of it's your bottle. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll just put it this way. Matt, if you're hearing this, your half of the bottle was on top. So unfortunately, we have to drink our way through your half of the bottle to get to our half of the bottle. Mm-hmm. You know, I have to say, for a rye, this is pretty effing tasty.
You're welcome.
I would say that might have to put a little funds aside and put one of these on your shelf for you up there, right next to Wayne.
Yeah. That's it. All right.
I tell you, for 127 proof, it hides its shit quite well.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And here's to the sunny slopes of long ago.
Want to try some gingerbread
Yes,
beer?
I put ice in there because I wasn't gonna I could slam that right now. I could slam the whole bottle right now, but we're not gonna go there. Okay, bye.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Not you slamming the whole bottle. The reason why you would slam the whole bottle.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, I love you. I'll be joining you. I'm gonna rifle through this, no pun intended. Rich Huff with the 3 answers. Cheers all. Enjoyed a growler of Trog's Haze Charmer Hazy IPA with my Tuesday night carry out. Wings from BW3 tonight. And I can say rock on, sounds great, and enjoy. I'm just going to go with enjoy. I'm going to add to it though. Rich is a good friend, and I'm giving him an enjoy and a cheers. I know he'll hear me say this anyway, but Poco Loco, hey, how's it going? Poco, it's a rather disappointing day. Let's just say that. Let's just say that somebody's employer announced that there is going to be 900 layoffs. Don't know the answer to that question, Poco, yet, but yeah. So, again, NIHAP, thank you so much. I had a little the other night. Little business first. The ALG trigger that I received is going to go into the blonde. I don't know if I've ever trigger scaled this, but I'm going to go with wow, there's a lot of travel in there. I'm going to go with a very, very heavy 4, like approaching 5. For some reason, I don't seem to have the Zen Master skills of Christine. Sometimes it pisses me off when I ask her what her guess is. Remember, okay, I said almost 5. Almost 5. And I'll be using the awesome trigger scale that I got from Tardisius. Oh, come. I got no reading. Wow. I suck. I got 4. 4 pounds is what the stock trigger is putting out. I mean, I know the redhead is under 3 pounds. That's a pretty impressive trigger. But then again, I did purchase that rifle from Travis, the Polish Meister. So I'm not saying looking at that other trigger it's intimidating, but it right off the bat, there's a spring in that kit that isn't shown in the directions. Because the ALGs could be used in so many different possible firearms, they have a kind of like an over travel. You might have to put a pin into it, which, you know, with the amount of bullshit that you have to go through to, I mean, for me, changing out a trigger on an AK is not nearly as much fun as changing out the trigger on an AR. But yeah, there's a couple little pins. You might have to put a pin in, and I don't know. I'll next time I'm bored, I'll be upgrading that guy. Poco Loco, my friend, is pissed off at me because he said I need to make a cool black tactical shirt, so that's what he got. Ha ha. I like it. Harmarsh, my buddy, has a newer Ram. It has Surrey. We got in his truck and changed Surrey's voice to a East Indian woman. We all got a good laugh when we used Siri to make a call. Pocoloco, the avatar is there because the account got deleted. Good. Harmarsh, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I watched it Saturday night. I've seen it. I enjoy all the Mission Impossibles. EMT Rail fan, if you're chipped, it's nothing a good bottle of whiskey and a sharp knife can't fix. I guess you better get 2 bottles, one for you and one for disinfecting. Yeah, I'm guessing at this moment in time, the only way I would ever be chipped is because I was knocked unconscious after I killed the first few people that were there to install the chip. Just saying. Smile Money. Why do you torture yourself with the thumbnails? Just put a white background with your beer cap logo. Done. I don't torture me. It doesn't torture me. I like fucking with YouTube. I mean, the other day, I just kept changing the name and putting the same picture up. What actually kind of amazes me is that they just removed the thumbnail. You know, why? You know, they removed a whole video for having something like that on screen, yet there's been a lot worse. As a matter of fact, there's been a lot worse on other videos, but those are considered, you know, art or whatever. You know, like, I'm not sure if it's still out there, but there was a fairly interesting video on the care of nipple rings. I mean, I didn't watch it. I mean, I think Joey watched it. I mean, you gotta make sure you take care of your nipple rings. Smile Money. Now, if that government required chip would get you a 10% discount to the liquor store, you would get one immediately. Cobra says he'd have 10 of them. Yep, maybe, Smile Money. Where's the line drawn? We're gonna be over at your house later on this afternoon, and we're gonna be installing the new government chip. Hey, go fuck yourself. I got the answer to your chip right here. The first fucker that rings my doorbell, I'm putting a round through his fucking head. You want to chip me? Well, you know, on top of all that, it does give you a 10% discount at your 2 favorite liquor stores. Well, shit. You think you guys could get here, say, around, you know, like 11 o'clock? I'm going fast. Oh, it's the big one. I'm coming for you. Smile Money. John is going to love my latest mustard donation. First, my third donation, it was an uneven amount, and finally I used my real first name and money for my last name. Laugh out loud. Actually, you know, Smart Money, I have no idea where that stands right now. Let us waste a possible amount of time I could be sitting outside and enjoying an adult beverage. Let's see. Okay, $100 donation from a Michael Zans. $100 for Secret Squirrel. $1.37. That's for the we got mustard. We got mustard and Secret Squirrel both going back and forth. Gunwild put $10 for Secret Squirrel. Mike put $10 for Secret Squirrel. Mike put $10 for the mustard. Marcus was $3.71 for the mustard. Marcus again, $3.71 for the mustard. Johnny Watson did $20.01 for the mustard. Okay, I'd have to sit down with a calculator if someone actually wanted to know where we stand for the mustard. But remember, Secret Squirrel 2. For every $10, you get an entry for this guy. Let's test it. Let's give it a challenge. Wow, you know. Wow, okay, maybe there is just a little fuckery that has to happen for it to be all set to go. So for every $10, you get your name on a spreadsheet and a chance to walk away with Secret Squirrel 2. Huber Concepts. Dead on range and firearms. Zeus with this fucking awesome Hollison. Love to pick me up one of these bad boys. I'm impressed with it. I really like the Vortex Spark too, though. I mean, it looks just like this guy. DRG and White Label Armory. Remember, get a 5% discount if you go to White Label and use eBomi or El Tenda. You know, whichever one of us you'd like to favor. I mean, El Tenda's my brother, and I will, you know, if the company doesn't want to deal with me because enough people didn't go over there and whatever, that's on them. I'll help out wherever I can. Strike Industries for the brace. My man Clyde Revolution fuckers for that awesome trigger. Jim with the barrel. I believe this is a Bear Creek Arsenal 300 Blackout barrel. NIHAP has been got the range bag and the case and 3 boxes of ammo to this point in time. I'm telling you that 1 box of ammo is going to be eaten up by me and whoever is with me the day that we shoot it. Again, Jim with the AIM bolt carrier, the charging handle. Jim sent a bunch of stuff, but I said fuck you, Jim, and sent it all back to him. The actually Jim sent enough stuff to make an almost functional rifle, but I didn't. I got the rest of the stuff that didn't get used waiting around for the next possible project. Right now, El Tenda sent some mags. I think this mag here was donated by NIHAP. He just didn't know it until it happened. But this is a badass. This is very badass. I can't wait to make sure it's functional. And then our little side hustle going on right now is somebody can end up with a quart of the Satan sauce mustard. I'm sorry, you can get pissed off at me all you want. You can also think what you want. It'll happen if it was meant to happen. But I'm pulling for John Solar. He absolutely loves it. And if, John, you hear me say this, I almost put my extra bottle, my unopened bottle of Satan sauce mustard in the mail to you. But yesterday I used up the last of my other bottle, and yeah, fuck you. That's what happened, John. I apologize. Speaking of John, actually kind of nailed him with a few ideas for Locked and Loaded. Not this week, but next week, when we will be picking a winner of the Saint and Sauce Mustard. My guest is going to be Steven, the owner of Boondockers, is going to be on with us. But this week, we're going to be talking about the things that we do, the things that you do, so please come over in the chat room. The things that we do to support women and children in the shooting sports. I don't remember if we ever had a show. I've had an idea, and I don't know if it ever made it to the point where we did a show on it, but again, John has been trying, and I know nobody gives a fucking shit, because Spreaker is all about the podcast. Our group, Locked and Loaded, does better as a live show than it does in podcast in comparison to Christine's show. Less of you listen to her on Saturday Night Live. Boom, boom. Hey, that sounded like that was a show that used to be funny decades ago. Now it's a fucking worthless. Last time I tried to watch Saturday Night Live, I was just like going. But Christine's show is Saturday from 8 until 9. Sometimes it's 8 until 10, depending on if Big Jeff is on or not. In the green room, he has contractual obligations. So her show does a lot better in podcast than I do, but I do a lot better than she does live. And I wish that we could figure out this phone thing, because I would like to get people to call in. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I like it when people would just call in, answer the frickin' question, maybe hang out for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes tops, and then hang up, and then leave the lines open for someone else to call. Still working on it, but I mean, you get no help from Spreaker, because Spreaker is like, it's all about the podcast. It's all about the podcast. We could give a flying shit, and there is shows out there. One of the ones that I thought it was a live show, it's not even a live show. When it goes live, say at 7 o'clock on a Thursday night, it was already a recorded show. Sort of like a quickie with Ms. B. John and Christine, they do those all up on Saturday so that they can, John's got shit, he's got a life, Christine's got a life, hopefully, and it's like you gotta do what you gotta do. So those shows, when you hear them, aren't live. And lately, it's been a big pain in the ass, because there's been so many new podcast shows popping up because they wanna talk about COVID-19 and this, that, and the other thing. That it's like John's like going, all of a sudden now he's like, oh, Jesus God, do I have to set an alarm to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to try to get the show up and live? Because they've had shows that didn't. I think a worst case scenario was a Thursday and a Friday show didn't even go live until the following week. Okay, moving on. David Brown, clean underpants for tonight. Cobra says class act. David has finished his book number 3, and I understand. I mean, he didn't ask me or anything like that, but I understand that he actually asked Christine to submit something that will be in the book. No, I've known Dave since I was 8 years old, maybe 10, and. No, it's fine, David. I understand. You want Christine to put something in the book. It didn't even bother. It didn't bother me at all that you want Christine to put something in there, and yet it's like. unsubbed. RS1. Dude, I love the channel, but. See, as a person who has done, some information on the, oh, sorry, squirrel. As someone that's done some, followed some, professors and done research on it, when you say, I really love you, but, soon as you throw the but in there, everything up to that point in time really is just a chalkboard with all the shit crossed off on it. I'm just giving you shit, RS1. He says, dude, I love the channel, but I'd never drink the majority of the so-called beers that you review. Rheinenbach, sometimes called the German beer purity law. I'm fully familiar with that. That's goes back to 1516. At that point in time, I don't understand how a purity law from that date would stand till right now. Okay, sorry, I digress. Or the Bavarian purity law in English was a regulation concerning the production of beer in Germany. The law originated in the city of Ingersollstadt, butchery, Bavaria on 23 April of 1516. In the original text, the only ingredients that could be used in the production of a beer were water, barley, and hops, which had to be added only while the wort was boiling. After its discovery, yeast became a fourth legal ingredient. For top fermenting beers, they use sugar, is also permitted. Chocolate didn't make the list, just saying. Cheers. No, RS1, I get it. You're like, well, I can't say John Solar. So okay, let me pick on a few people, which after a while I get to pat them on the back and I can say I'm proud of them. Now John Solar, I don't know about John Solar. He is willing to experiment in beers. He stands behind his frickin' Pabst Blue Ribbon like it's God's gift. It's kind of like Pete over at the Armory Channel. Yingling. I constantly get a picture of Pete with a bottle of fucking Yingling, and he's like, badass, this is real beer. And I have private conversations with his wife, and I'm just like, she just goes, I just shake my head. The shit that he thinks is good beer, and me and her, we kind of align. She would be into this kind of beer, and she would be basically into, yeah. And the last time he sent me a frickin' picture of his goddamn Yingling, and it's okay, it's a drinkable beer, it probably qualifies as the 1516 purity law. He sends me a picture of Yingling, he's like, badass beer, this is what beer really is. And I texted him back and I said, hey, why don't you go talk to your fucking wife, maybe she can hook you up with something good. I mean, he is going on and on about these bullshit beers, and then me and her, we're talking about, it's like, okay, Dragon's Milk, and she's like, yeah, she goes, that's like some really good stuff. But no, RS1, I get it. I know a few people, John Solar. He loves his shit beer, but he is willing to try other things, and he has had a few things that I've really enjoyed myself, and he's just like, this is really good. It's no PBR, but this is really good. Then there's Hazman 440. Hazman, okay, how is it, Hazman, when you probably won't even hear me say this unless fucking Chuck rats me out or tells him. Paul, Paul used to catch every single brew review when he had a job. Now that he has nothing but time, he doesn't have time for this shit. He catches one every now and then. Paul's my brother. I will be so disappointed if the day doesn't come that we can, get together and drink some whiskey, drink some vodka, drink a bunch of beers, and just sit out back and enjoy each other's company. But Paul, I use the words but, sorry. Let me take that out of there. When I met Paul, also a PBR man, and will be to the day he dies. But Paul has not only had some very good beers, introduced some to me, like Cellar Rats. Unfortunately, they fucking changed their name, but I'm going with Cellar Rats because I loved it. They had some IPAs that were outstanding, and their dark beer line, fantastic. But no, there's a few of you. Probably the biggest advocate would be David Brown. A beer, this ain't no beer. Beer is, Miller, Bud, any of the shit. And then, of course, when Dave was enjoying it, was it Dave 23, 24 years ago? Or no, what have you been clean? 13, 14, 13? When he was drinking, he was keeping some of these breweries in business. When you have to pick up extra beer because you're going to run out of beer on the way home from the liquor store, Cobra, placeholder. Okay, I was just checking, making sure Cobra still had the keys to the kingdom. Cobra, the wannabe friend's avatar has been identified as a troll attempting to gain access to your accounts. Once you comment, it will send you a random phishing scam emails. Do not agree to anything giving your information out. At least that's what I've seen vids stating lately. Oh, trust me, not gonna happen here. Multi-gunman, it's IPA time. Cobra with the read more button, which actually did something. Headspace gauges are worth it for me. I have let friends in my area use them too. I think you just want to get one. Get the field space gauge. At least you know it's safe to shoot with that one. Of course, I base my opinion on having an out-of-spec barrel from Wyndham Weaponry. To their credit, they did replace it, but it never should have been shipped. I do know that bolt tolerances can be a factor with headspace, but probably 97% of barrels will be fine. I'm just the guy that will get that 3%. Yeah, me too. It's kind of like Corey with my truck. Yeah, I don't expect any problems. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is my life. I've been told by I don't know how many people I should work for Consumer Reports. Okay, so Cobra, I should get the field space gauge. I need to look into that. I just need to be a smart thing. I mean, I've completely lost track of how many ARs that I have built and have gone their way. I mean, just here, there's what, 14 AR-15s and AR-10s. Cobra, don't let the government track you with your cell phone. Buy some burner phones now. Here you go. Hey Cobra, is that your Amazon locked to total wireless? Prepaid smartphones. $19? How the fuck does that work? Airtime bundle included for $40. Okay, well, if you're interested in that, click the link from Cobra. Brad. Joe Rogan signed a deal with Spotify and will only be on Spotify after September. He is sick of YouTube as well. I don't doubt it. DFC, here from work, copyright J-Dog. Jolson, this video needs more cowbell and shots, and Tardisius says, little noise never hurt anybody. A little noise never did hurt anybody. So, Cobra, anybody wearing, yeah, you've been warned. In 3, a 2, a 1. Oh, and shots. Well, I know, Jolson, you sent multiple things to lure the having to drink out of it, but this is some pretty good shit. This kind of reminds me of the Beacon, but the rye part is, I don't know quite how to describe it. It's just a little bit more of an influence in there, but the Beacon is still very close to this guy. And well, actually, I don't know. NIHAP would be able to tell me. This bottle was $70. And I'm actually really digging that. Joey, this makes a good lawnmower beer. And he would be talking about the Session from Montauk. Joey, I bought the MBUS Pro offset 45-degree sights 2 years ago, and I don't think they cracked $150. Joey, I don't think I paid more than like $120 for the exact setup that's on Secret Squirrel. I mean, I know they were significantly cheaper than the Midwest Industries. So even to this moment in time, I don't know if Ed picked the MBUS because he liked them more, or if he picked them because he knew the Midwest Industries were more expensive. I mean, I hope he picked the ones that he liked the most. I mean, to me, I just offered him up. If he did the research on his own, he would have known what the price was. But I miss him. I miss him. I would rather have those sights on my AR pistol. I mean, granted, I've yet to use them because that piece of shit EOTech has never failed me. Salty, I'm waiting for a Twinkie flavored beer. Well, stranger shit could happen, my friend. Salty, what? No Asian midget porn? Racist. Jay at Elite Ammunition, great, another green IPA. DFC says, I've had enough of your IPA racism, Jay. Clyde, if they're chipping me, they better bring the Rhino tranquilizer gun. Somebody's gonna get shot. Revolution. Mike, you're welcome, Eric. SH. Thank you, I appreciate that. Sharky, fucking Sharky. Fucking YouTube ate my comment when I was watching the review. God damn them. It could have gone to spam. It had a link explaining Logan wanting to be friends scam. Fucker. Sharky, I have nothing held for review, and I have nothing in the likely scam folder. Sharky, How thoughtful. Joey shared the misery of the last beer with you. Misery loves company. Yeah. Fucking Joey. Didn't scourge. This video needs more big black cowbell. I don't have any big black cowbell. I mean, I could hang a big black dick from inside the cowbell. I mean, I have badass cowbell. I mean, I have the one that has the handle on it. And, oh my God, if Cobra is wearing his earbuds, he would be probably permanently deaf. If you put your speaker next to a wine glass, I bet you I could shatter it with the bigger cowbell. And where are we? Oh, God. I'll be right up. Cobra, Soylent Green is made out of people. Fucking classic movie. What, 1974? Or was that 1972? Hey, Google. What year did Soylent Green come out?
In the United States of America, Soylent Green came out on May 9th, 1973.
Oh, fuck! Thank you.
You got it.
Hey, Google. Hey, do you want to have internet sex?
I don't understand.
Well, when is Google going to come out with the internet vagina?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Right now, you're actually right below what I'm guessing is a very nice vagina. Wheels and levers. Some of my hard-cast bullets from Missouri Bullet Company arrived. They sent me a couple of stickers with their motto, "It's not the size that matters, it's the hardness." I figure that's what Matt tells the chick he's with. Anyway, just loaded up some 357 with accurate 11SF flash suppressor. I'll test that and start loading some huge 45 Colt loads, and then some 454 Casull. Ooh. You know, I do have some hard cast. I have some buffalo bore in the 454. That's probably the hardest hitting, or at least the hardest leaving round that I have is the buffalo bore hard cast. Hey, wow! Just like that, wheels and levers. You had the last comment. I'm gonna bring this with me over to the club. But before we do that, now I don't even know where to start with this, Steve. I'm not a gingerbread hater. I'm not a gingerbread lover, but this has a really nice, like, malty flavor that comes with the gingerbread, and the gingerbread is not overwhelming. JR10 Desert Gold, it's slightly on the sweet side, but I'm not sure if it's JR10 sweet enough, but this has some pretty good. This is what do you have on here, Steve? Brewery only, which means if you don't go get this from the brewery, you're not getting it. And it's an anniversary. I don't know what you have below that. If doesn't look like. Could be beer. Anniversary beer. I'm actually really liking this. I'm not gonna lie. It's not overwhelming on anything, but it has a really nice, consistent flavor to it, and it's 13.1. I'm gonna give this a 10. I am giving this a frickin' 10. You know, because it's 13.1, I'm going to give this a 10.1. Okay. Going to the Two-Hearted Ed Club to the sunny slopes of long ago. And as it was pointed out yesterday when I attributed this on Facebook to Scott, Mr. Holster, this warms you up and cools you down all at the same time. Okay, guys, I appreciate you. You have no idea, and let us see who is in the club. Oh. Okay, first in is J-Dog, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. J-Dog. Working non-stop. J-Dog with a pickle. Suck up. Cobra with the read more button. That actually did something. Cheers, Two-Hearted Ed Clubbers and Sunny Slopers. Justin's final mission. And the rest of the world will have to be a little more than a doctor and a half hour of smoke on the floor in the morning, and it'll go to the bathroom and see if it's a good idea to use the rocker to help install a new carpet in your house and find the best way to go to bed with your audience, and just your friends will be able to get and run until they give the opportunity for you and the rest of your life for the best way to get to a bedroom. That was all from just pushing suggested words. And last, and definitely not least, Smile Money says 66 comments. Almost to Jolson's magic 69. Hitting the reload button just one time, then we're getting out of here. Boom! Smile Money stands as the last comment. Oh yeah. Here, let me. If you go to Catholic Mass, Cobra, I'm cleaning out the. I'm cleaning out the offering glass. Any of you who are Catholics and have gone to any form of a Catholic Mass, have you ever wondered if there is a solitary priest out there that isn't an alcoholic? I'm just asking for a friend. Okay, and tonight's dinner, in case you were wondering, last night, while we were having our neighborhood get-together, I took Boondockers and a packet of taco seasoning and encrusted a really nice looking steak, and then I fried it out on the grill, and now tonight I will simply warm it back up and cut it into nice strips and place it inside of a taco shell covered in, Christine will have salsa. I will have salsa that is 50-50 with JR10 Desert Gold's salsa. And that's the plan. And I need to get out of here so I can actually go eat that. Of course, I waited so long, I'll hit the button once again. I was going to have a secret giveaway. I was thinking about giving away the M1, but I'm not that drunk. So on that note, I can't wait. This is definitely going to have to go with the next time I go shooting. Oh yeah, take cover